Here we are! My little 1960 Austin Healey Bugeye Sprite. Yes, it's quite small. I gotta get my hair fixed. I've always wanted to do that. Get out of a convertible and hair flying. And I gotta fix it. Why would Caitlyn Jenner have a 1960 Austin Healey Bug-eyed Sprite? All right, this little baby right here. Well, there's a reason. When I was growing up, when I was 15 years old, in fact, I got a picture of it, of me sitting on the side of a 1960 Austin Healey Bug-eyed Sprite when I was 15. My dad took me down to the parking lot at the grocery store, and for the first time, I drove a car and I drove a stick shift. And you know how that goes. Bump, 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 bump. You know, it was kind of tough, but I got better at it. And like a good 15-year-old, I did sneak it out of the garage a couple times. Never got caught. I was pretty good. So excited on my 16th birthday that I can get my driver's license. So I ran down that morning, got my driver's license. I'm coming back thinking, boy, I can finally drive the Bugeye on the street. You know, I can finally take it out. I got home and the Bugeye wasn't in the car, in the garage. And so I go to my dad, Dad, where's the Bugeye? He goes, I sold it this morning. I was absolutely devastated. I just couldn't believe how my dad would hurt me like that. So I never got to drive the car legally on the street. So I always had this thing for a Bug-eyed Sprite. So years would go by. You know, I did like 23 years of carpool, and I got all my kids. I got Kendall and Kylie in the back, and I'd be going down the street, and you don't see many Bug-eyes out there. They're very rare. But every once in a while, you would see a Bug-eyed Sprite. And I'd get all excited. I'd say, girls, 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 wait, come in the other direction. That is a Bug-eyed Sprite right there. That's the car I learned to drive in. And they would look at me like I was nuts. Okay, yeah, right, Dad. And so finally, about 5 years ago, I decided, you know what, it's time. I need to get a Bug-eyed Sprite. So I called the Bugeye guy in Connecticut, looked online, the Bugeye guy. All he does is restore Bug-eyed Sprite. I figured this is a good guy to go to. I bought this car, sight unseen, just pictures, because Wyatt had the right paint scheme on it. And there was a new paint job on it. It had, my dad's was white, and had just one red stripe, but it had, you know, I got 2 red stripes on this one. So we took the car, and he pretty much did all the cosmetic stuff to it, with a new interior, new dash, original dash with all the original gears in it. Obviously new upholstery, the seats were new. It does have a top for it, but it's in the back, brand new, but I've never used it and probably never will. This is, if it's raining, I'm not in this car. And did all the cosmetic work to it, a little bit of work on the engine, but not much. And then when it came out, and I finally got it, actually, I got a great picture of, I had it delivered to Jay Leno's garage. Jay's is a friend, and I knew somebody would be there to, you know, so I had it delivered there, and I got this great picture of Jay Leno cleaning the windshield on my Bug-eyed Sprite. I mean, how good is that? That was its first day. I knew it was in the right hands. Got the car, started driving in the car, started going home that day. It had the original engine and the original transmission, which was a 4-speed transmission. I'm doing 55 down the freeway, 3,300 RPMs, whee, to do 55 miles an hour on the freeway. Cars are going by me, whee, whee, going by me. And I went, I don't know if this is going to work for, you know, 2016 LA traffic. So of course, when you have a Bugeye, you start meeting other people with Bugeyes. And this one guy says, well, this is where I have all my engine work done. And they can put a 5-speed in it. So I thought, okay. I went over to here in the valley and went to this guy, and he does race Bugeyes. And so he knew exactly what to do. So anyway, we redid the suspension on the car. We put sway bars in it. We put all this extra stuff in it. But the engine did an amazing job. it started off with a big 4-cylinder, 65 horsepower, you know. But with the 5-speed transmission, I figured it could handle a little more horsepower. So I took it to him, and we took the engine, which is I think 1735 cc's. We took the engine, took it out to put the transmission in it. You can see the plate here. So now we have a 5-speed on it. Then the engine, when we took it out, we looked at it and said, you know what? The engine looking pretty old. It needs some work. So we had it all all bored out, all new valves in it, new pistons. We put a more aggressive crank in it. Then we put this blower on, which compressor, which adds even more horsepower to it. Obviously, because of all of this, a new radiator system in it to be more aggressive. But it went from 65 horsepower to, I don't know, probably somewhere around 120 horse. And with the 5-speed transmission, this little Bugeye is a goer. It's so much fun to drive. I live on canyon roads, so it's so much fun to drive on the canyon roads. And this car gets so much attention. I wasn't looking for attention. I was just looking for my car, you know. And everybody's comment when they see this car, it's not like, oh my God, you know how they'll say, they'll look at a, you know, like Kylie's got a Bugatti Chiron, and they look at it, so, oh my God, what a beautiful car. This car, every time they look at it, what do they say? That is the cutest car I've ever seen. This car has a major cute factor. So after I got all this done and everything, I decided I really wanted to dedicate this car to my dad. I'm going to get emotional here. So on the back, I had Dad's Sprite. So really this car is mine. It's in honor of my father, who was a great human being, World War II veteran. Somehow landed in Omaha Beach, made it all the way through the war, 5th Ranger Battalion, came home and was a really good dad. We lost him in 2000. I wish my dad could see this car today. But it means a lot to me, and when I'm done with it and I'm gone, it'll always stay in the family. One of my kids will have it, but little car means a lot.